Welcome everybody. Hope you're doing all right. Welcome to the fifth round draw for the FA Cup. A lot of people probably would have thought we might not have made it this far. More on that at the weekend. We are going to dissect the Villa. So it's kind of like a last word. Then we're going to go to the draw. Dale's got it in front of him, so he's going to read that out later. So whether you're a Newcastle fan or a fan of somebody else, stick with us because you'll get it here first. And then we're going to touch on to the Champions League Carabag, where there's already fans already in Baku, already crazy. I go tomorrow night, very late. So I've got Dale with us. I've got Matt with us. How are you two?
I'm all right. Just waiting for this FA Cup draw. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get a good draw.
What would you like?
It would be nice to have like Mansfield at home, Macclesfield at home, or even like Man City or Chelsea at home draw. It's got to be a home draw though.
Matt, how are you?
Yeah, all good. Good weekend for the results for all our teams. So 3 out of 4, happy with that. And then looking forward to this FA Cup. But I will be honest, I didn't think we was getting through, so I'm buzzing on Saturday.
Yeah, same. We've already got the comments. Matt, first one in. Get your comments, keep coming in. Sunderland at home will do. Whew, that'll be tasty.
Would be.
I would like a home tie because I'm sick of travelling. That's basically it. And against lower league opposition would be lovely. Wolfstone, hope you're doing all right. Yes, thank you. We are doing fantastic well. So whilst we wait for the countdown for that FA Cup draw, we're going to have a little bit of reflection back on the weekend. I haven't had the time to do it because I've been travelling back up north and then we went to see the Lasses. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to get a couple of people to bounce off and have a chat around what happened on the weekend, the referee's performance. Then we'll wait for the draw, as I say it, and we'll get on to Carabag. So Matt, I'll come to you first. When you seen Villa away, especially our run of form, were you fearing the worst initially?
Initially, I was, especially with where it fell in amongst all them away games as well. I was fearing the worst initially, definitely.
Dale, are you the same?
I was thinking the same going about form there. Like we'll get a good draw in the Villa away. I was thinking, if it was at home, yes, but away, I was thinking, could be. Depends on the day. This is what the FA Cup's all about.
Considering Bruno went injured midweek and then there's no Botman or this, I was like, put a performance in. I'll be happy. That's all I ask, especially after Spurs. But of course, we did more than that. Let's jump to the lineups, Matt. When you seen this and when it came out, Asula got the nod. Was that a surprise to you?
It was a surprise, but also if Wissa is back for the Carabag game, it makes sense. That's kind of what I was thinking on there. But I was surprised to see Asula play, definitely.
And Valdemar in the 10 as well, away from home, from the off.
See, a lot of people's been calling for that and wanting to try it as well. So with the cup game and cup games are one-off games, it was a good game to try it, I think. But you just wonder if we should try it against with Wissa up front instead of Asula. But maybe that might what happened against Carabag on Wednesday.
Dale, anywhere else in that lineup that you thought was a bit of a surprise?
Man, not really. I think the only one there I was thinking is Will Asula up front, but then I'm thinking he's just come back from injury. Eddie needs to give him more minutes, and I was telling you before the tie, it's a good chance for Eddie to do some experimental, just do some change formation, give some of our fringe players a run out and go for it. And look what happened. That result that we needed is fantastic.
Yeah, obviously Ramsdale's getting the nod in goal. Let's have a look at some of your comments as well. Love to say Wrexham. Yeah, Sunderland home could be juicy, says Geordie Ash. Hoping for a non-Premier League team at home. I'm like that. I'll take a lower league opposition at home.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Michael 4. Hope Newcastle get Mansfield. Yeah, that's been mentioned on social media quite a lot as well. Hi, Michael. I'll be doing all right. And he wants Wrexham away, says NUFC Swan. Wrexham away. I don't know if our location's massive down there, mind. Arsenal FC. So let's get into it then. I'll come to you, Dale, on this as well. At the start of the game, what were you hoping for to set up? Was it just to keep the ball, don't do anything daft early on, keep possession? What were you hoping for?
I was just expecting the lads just to win or draw. Well, win or lose, just play for the badge, because the last couple of performances before we won Spurs was for me, the players weren't playing for the badge, but then Spurs they did. And I was just hoping to just carry that momentum onto the Aston Villa game and put in a good performance and like just keep it nice and tight, keep it the first half, just keep it playing and just be competitive. And it was good to see.
Matt, as people are watching, are you a fan of this new pre-show? It's starting to happen quite often now.
I think it's for the international audiences or audiences that it looks like more of a spectacle. Every game's going to look like a spectacle. So I think that's why they're bringing more of it in. I wouldn't say I'm kind of a fan or not a fan of it, to be honest. But as you say, it is happening a lot more. I think when we played Birmingham last year, I think they did it as well, didn't they?
Oh, they had a DJ and everything. He was screaming down the microphone. Wah! Like that. I was like, Christ, man, get rid of that. That's tending to happen more and more. I'm alright with it, but
It's just more like the colder weather coming in and just like lighting up the fans before the game, and just like get them in the mood. Oh, this is the atmosphere.
yeah, I
It
get
can
that.
work. It can work, but sometimes it might not work.
Speaking of atmosphere, because before we get into chances and stuff, I have to bring up something very controversial, and that is the referee and his team. We have to bring it up because I'd rather talk about it now than the chances because, funny enough, his team have been axed from this weekend's Premier League games because of their pitiful performance, Chris Kavanagh and so on. I'm going to put it on screen for you. Obviously, yous had a better view because you were home watching the telly. I didn't see all of this until I get home. But Matt, when you've seen some of these, which is the foul on Jacob Murphy, the offside goal. Now, I've seen the offside goal in the stadium. I've seen that clearly. The handball, that was right in front of me as well, Trippier, but he gave a free kick 2 or 3 yards out. And you can see some of the reaction of the players. Is that the worst performance you've seen from a referee?
It was atrocious. It was absolutely atrocious. And obviously, I am not that clued up on what the technical stuff is on there. But the basic way I look at it is that I know VAR because of the lower league teams, but every game's on telly. Every game gets put highlights. So if if that's happening, they can look like, why is there not to be VAR when there's Premier League teams involved? That's the bit that wound me up a little bit, and say the decision, the offside was clear for everyone to see. And half the time I miss offsides when I'm watching stuff because of my eyesight and that, but that was clear. And the Digne one, that's the one that bugged me more, definitely.
Look how high he is off the ground, Dale.
Yeah, I know that. Me and Sarah, we were watching it, and like I had to tell her to calm down and all that because I was just getting more and more outraged. I was thinking, well, that's offside by a clear mile. Then obviously got against her. Then Digne I went straight away. That's a red. Straight away, that's a red. And then obviously Biscock got sent off. So that's basically They basically should be 0-0, and they're down to 9. And you would think like the officials, and then later on, like he should have got sent off for me again for the second handball, which clearly was a penalty. And then I was thinking, how are you giving that a free kick? I'm like, how? How the linesman's there? How can you miss that? It's like basically right in front of him. And I was just getting more and more angry, and I felt like going, this isn't. At the minute, I was just like, this is just our typical Newcastle happens to us.
Do you reckon with like top division referees now that because of VAR, they're almost scared to make proper decisions now?
Yeah,
do you reckon that's what the problem is?
I think that's definitely one of the problems, definitely. But like they're there to help each other, not like one of the things is. I agree with what Matt said there. If you've got all the Premier League teams in the FA Cup, right, that's got a big enough stadium that can hold there, it should be VAR. They're straight off. Even if the lower league teams still have it, because like it's like I don't know how, like obviously our fans are going to be absolutely enraged by that. And what Lee was telling is like some of the footage you couldn't put out because of like how bad the referees were.
Yeah, there was some choice words, shall we say, that didn't make the vlog, shall we say, about the assistant because he was getting some stick, put it that way. Yeah, it's right up there. I remember, I think I was saying to you, Dale, yesterday, when we played Burton in the Championship, Matt Ritchie had a penalty. Do you remember this, Matt?
I was there.
Yeah, Matt Ritchie.
That's one of the games I actually there.
Matt Ritchie had a penalty, and I think it was for encroachment. And you give an indirect free kick to Burton, and then at half time, all of Rafa's assistant coaches came on with the iPads, tackle pads, having a go, and the referee Keith Stroud was just getting so much abuse. And I think Chris Kavanagh and Keith Stroud are incredibly fortunate that Newcastle have won on the night, because I would have come with that stadium effing and blinding that referee. Because at this stage, when it was 1-0 down, you're thinking this is one of the hardest away games I can possibly go to, yet the referee's basically helping them. The decision is shocking. And thankfully, that night against Burton, Matt Ritchie scored that curler as well from the outside of the box. But it was absolutely horrendous. And Tammy Abraham scores his first goal since being back. Obviously, it's clearly offside, which obviously it's got right in front of us. I'm just looking down, and I didn't need a replay. I said to you in the WhatsApp, I didn't need a replay to say that. Clearly offside. And it's like, okay, right, the world's against her. How then? Get your head screwed back on, lads. You've got to try and get back into the game. I know it's difficult, but Dale, you touched upon it before. I'm going to put it on screen for everybody else because I actually captured it, which is rare because I don't really film match footage of the red card. And one thing, thankfully, that Chris Kavanagh got right was the red card, and that for me was a game changer.
It was a game changer, but like beforehand, if Digney got sent off before Biscoff, I don't think he would have come sprinting out. I wouldn't have thought, because obviously they're down to 10 men, they'll be sitting a lot more back. But like you can tell he wasn't going to make it, and it was a completely deliberate takeout on Murphy. Poor Murphy, just like two challenges. Like could have ended up really worse for Jacob Murphy with them challenges.
I don't know how many games that keeper's played because of like Europa League and that for Villa, but you can tell he don't play a lot without decision making. But
he was brought in. He was brought in to be their number one because they thought Martinez was going to be off. If you remember the back end of last season, strong links to Man United, wasn't there? So, in hindsight, it's an easy thing. But Matt, without that red card, do we go on and win that game?
Oh.
Great question, Lee. Thank you.
Yeah,
I would say yes. The way we were going before that red card, we were on top of it. We were getting the better hand. We're getting the chances rather than like Aston Villa's just that one. They're just kind of starting to sit back. So and they were racking up the yellow cards as well. So more than I was thinking that was Eddie's plan. All of a sudden, Douglas Luiz was on a yellow, Digney was on a yellow, and then I think Eddie instructed, right, let's go and press them, go and get them to think, oh, if I go for that, if I miss, I could get sent off. And you could see that in the player mindset of Aston Villa. They were kind of pushing the way, and we were gaining more forward, which was what was needed.
It's just I thought that out there. Let's talk about the second half because it was much important. I think as soon as that red card happened, you know that Aston Villa are effectively parking the bus. They've got the lead. They've got something to play for. Yeah, it's understandable. Let's bring up the celebrations. There's 3 to go through. I think the first one, just getting that initial goal, which obviously the fans are happy about, scoring the equaliser, was great for Tonali. I think it got a deflection back through. Yeah. But that second hit, Matt, what a strike that is, by the way, on the edge of the box.
What a stone cold stunner that was. That was a hell of a goal. And I'm glad for Tonali as well, because of all the talk of him, like all the agent putting stuff out and wanting to put in a performance, and he did. And with Bruno being out for a couple of months now, we need Tonali at his best, and hopefully that's the start of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Scenes when Tonali scored because Aston Villa were getting a lot of their supporters were having so much stick thrown at them because they've done it to us down the years, and then of course Nick Valdemara scoring, rolling around on the floor in front of her. Great moment, stabs it in. But I think literally as soon as Tonali got that equaliser, it was for Newcastle's to win. Because even if it went in an extra time deal, we've still got that extra man advantage.
Yeah, definitely. And what I loved about when Tonali scored his second goal, he ran straight at Eddie Howe. And I thought that was absolutely brilliant. Like, I was like, go on, Tonali, go on then. And then it just shows like how much Eddie's got faith in Tonali. Like before he got his brace, I was laughing in the live stream. I was like, Tonali's not having a good game. Like his passes, they were going wayward. But what's he done? Goes and proves his wrong, and you know what? I'm gonna score a brace. And like in Willock, Joe Willock needs a mention as well. He's had a couple of run like a lot more games now starting. He's looking more when he first came, and he needs to be. I need to put a mention out at Joe Willock. I know he didn't. I know he didn't start, but he set up Valdenada's goal as well. So it's good to see like Willock coming back into our growth form.
Well, we need them because of the injuries to
Yeah,
Bruno. Obviously, that stat was flying around that we don't have a particular record. I think it's once that we've ever won without Bruno. And early on the week, obviously, Gordon up top we never won, and that's now being put to bed. And Matt, is this a turning point?
I thought before the Spurs game, with those 4 away games in a row, it could be a defining fortnight for our season. And we got Carabag on Wednesday, which you shouldn't automatically expect something, but I think we'll go and get a win that game. And then 3 wins out of 4 at least with, I know Man City's Man City, but having those 3 wins in the 3 different competitions, I think could be a defining week. Turning point, yeah, also, but a defining week for the middle of the season, especially with the negativity at the end of February.
Yeah, there was tons of. I said it on video last weekend that this week in particular, I think win at Spurs and you can win at Villa, you can turn some of them people who wanted Eddie Howe out back around, and it was still achievable. And it's been one hell of a week if you consider the amount of injuries now that we're picking up and the results and the performance in spells. Not all of the games, but in spells, it's much more better. And I don't even think that we need to win. Really, I'd love to see us win. Obviously, I'm going a long way on Wednesday, but I think even get a score draw, we should be able to batter them home because I think Liverpool hammered them, didn't they? And
6-0.
and you would think that Newcastle would get the job done regardless at St James's Park. And Dale, obviously, we've talked about it so many times on the channel, and obviously Tonali, you've mentioned there as he's celebrating, Nick Valdemara comes forward as well. But does Eddie Howe deserve a bit of praise this week?
Yeah, he does. I think he deserves all the plaudits. He went to Spurs, had a game plan, and like I said earlier on, two wins away from home as well with our away record. His man management was fantastic. He's did his homework on Spurs. We got the result 2-1. Went to Aston Villa. Yes, even the referees were trying to get Villa across the line, but we just showed them, going, you know what? We may not be playing well, we can still absolutely grind out games and get goals. So, well done, Eddie. Keep it up, son.
Yeah, I don't think he's out the water, but
No.
it's a massive, massive week. So well done, Eddie Howe. And I was said at the Villa Park, I was quite passionate and I was delighted by it because I haven't told you this publicly, but we were getting messages saying that we should come on video and say Eddie Howe out, and I was like, no, I'm not prepared to do that. I'm not prepared to do that. No one really truly believes that. Yes, you may have an inkling that things don't go well. Because I was like, oh,
he's under pressure, but he's if he lost Spurs and Aston Villa, loads of everyone was going to start to go right, and then obviously we've got Man City. That's when everyone's going to go right. That's it. But we both said these 2 games are more crucial for Eddie to keep the press. Like it's eased a bit, but still need to go and get them victories.
Yeah, I think the Man City one after Carabag it's not a free hit because I don't like labelling that as, but
we'll concentrate on the next ones.
If we get anything, I think that's a plus. I think because our record there is horrendous, and obviously recently we've only just played there and it wasn't great, was it? But yeah, I think Eddie Howe deserves plaudits. Before we come off Aston Villa and move on towards the FA Cup, I want your top 3 players of that performance. So I'll give you some thinking time dead quickly from Villa. I think for me, Tonali has to get a mention because I don't think he's played fantastic this season. I think in spells we've seen the old Tonali, but not enough for me. I think he deserves a special mention. I also think just because he scored, psychology, Valdemara, because again, he's gone on a long run without scoring and he's back.
Yep.
And he might not play up top in midweek. He might be in that 10 again, who knows, because of the midfield that we don't have many bodies at the minute. Hopefully Miley comes back and the 2 Brazilians. But I think Valdemara deserves a special mention. So those 2 stand out for me. Them 2 are stand out more for me than anyone else. Do you know what? because of the crap that he's also received, I'm going to throw Trippier in there. I don't think Trippier was an outstanding 9 out of 10, but the last two performances that he's put in, there's a reason why we need him at least amongst the squad till the end of the season. So for me, I'll give honourable mentions to them three. I don't think those three are the best performance in any order. But Dale, go on, give us your three.
Same with you. I'm going Tonali is one of them. And the other one was I'm going to go Ramsey. I thought he had a good. I thought he had a good game. I'd say one of the best games he's played for. He was just like he's.
That's what I'm on about. You missed that, Dale.
Yeah.
So basically, they were warming up, Ramsey and Rodgers. Obviously, the good pals, aren't they? Ramsey guns like this, Mickey taken.
Yeah. But I still think he's had a great game, and he was like passing there. He was like good to see as well that he's had stick as well coming in going on because of the price tag and all that. But it's just all about embedding, and he's slowly getting into it. And in my third one, I'm going to go with Malik Chow. I know the last couple of games he's been like slight mistakes there, but for me he was solid and kept Aston Villa strikers quiet all game.
Yeah, because they shouldn't have had a goal. Matt?
Yeah, so I was going to say about Malik Chow, because of the amount of games he's played, like that to be fair, that was the other surprise in the lineup, because he is playing so much and he has made those odd errors, but week in, week out, most of the game he's in the team, and he was there on Saturday and he played well again and did his job. That's what he is, just consistent. Odd errors, yeah, but consistent through the amount of games he's played and doesn't put many foots wrong. So Malik Chow mentioned as well, I would say. Tonali obviously was very good. And Jacob Ramsey, good to see him score a goal, and hopefully he can build on that as well, as we need to because of that lack of midfield at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, and so lots of positives this week as well. As I say, mine are not the best performances, but I wanted to shout out Voldemar's goal drought, Tonali back, and Kieran Trippier because of the crap that he's took as well. So I can see one of the comments saying Trippier deserves some special mentions. Omar and Glue. No, but if you listen to the reason behind why I give that answer, then maybe you could understand a little bit on that.
Yeah.
Home draw versus Chelsea. Time's the draw very, very shortly. It's in the next 5 to 10, well, 5 to 8 minutes. Dale's going to read it out for you, so stay tuned. Even if you're not a Newcastle fan, you'll hear it.
We're number 13 for all the Newcastle fans.
I'm going to bring it up on screen for all the numbers as well. Get your comments in. Drop us a like as well. That massively helps. And
leave comments down below. We'll get back to them.
Emails and what have you. And our members get voice notes now. So yeah, so become a member. It's only 99 pence. Partick Thistle Oasis, Craig, having a bit of a laugh there. Is it true that the rehearsals we got Sunderland away? I couldn't tell you. Wouldn't know.
Can you imagine it though? It'll be like an extra spicy day, Derby.
Yeah, that'll be a 12-12 kickoff because the police are not wanting us playing evening. Do we know the dates? Yes, so should we bring it on screen because a lot of people are now asking as we're getting nearer.
Yep, because we're getting close to the draw.
So that is Aston Villa done, of course. We've talked about Villa and so on. So what we'll do now is we shall bring up this little graphic for you all at home. You should all be able to see that. So it's going to be presented by Darren Fletcher and Ali McCoist. The draw will be made by Joe Cole and Karen Carney. The ball numbers for the fifth round are listed as below. So Liverpool 1, Fulham 2, Sunderland 3, Southampton 4, Wrexham 5, Arsenal 6, Chelsea 7, West Ham 8, Mansfield 9, 10 is Norwich, 11 Port Vale or Bristol City. I bet Matt wants that one. 12 for Wolves, 13 for Newcastle, 14 for Man City, 15 Macclesfield or Brentford, or 16 Leeds. The fifth round of the FA Cup will be played on the weekend of Saturday the 7th and 8th of March. So I'm going to pick you a little bit more further, Dale. You can see the numbers. What's the number one pick you want?
Ooh, it's going to be Mansfield. It's what Mansfield at home or away. Even if it's away, just a lot of opposition away or home. That's the most important one to do. And hopefully Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, all them draw each other. Yeah. For once, let them get the big draws because I've noticed they're getting a lot of easy ties, and we've had Bournemouth and Aston Villa for 3 and 4.
Yeah, I've already said my piece. Home tie. Let's have a look at that. I'll take Wrexham. I'll take Southampton. I'll take Mansfield. I'll take Norwich. I'll take number 11 at home. Probably take even Wolves at home, to be fair. So, Matt, I know I cheekily said Bristol because I know you're not that far out from there.
Yeah, selfish part of me would want Bristol or Southampton away, but no, home tie, because there's been enough away games for Newcastle at the moment. But you watch it now, it'll be Manchester City will play Newcastle United.
Matt, since you just said that, if that happens, everyone's going to turn on you now.
Yeah. Heel turn, like.
Matt's fault.
Lucky 13 says Dreamsy, black and white, yeah. Colin says Ipswich Town fan, yeah. Geordie's for me, FA Cup lads, there's only one Bobby Robson, respect, yeah. I was there last season and I stayed next to the little bridge, which it's Sir Bobby Robson Bridge. Then you've got the stand and the statues you walk around. So yeah, Ipswich is a lovely little town. When does it start? 4 minutes, so stay tuned, 4 minutes. I think the program started, but
it's just started now. I've just brought it up there. It's just got a nice picture of Macclesfield Stadium at the minute.
I've been there. I've done a documentary on Macclesfield actually on the channel. It was the Northwest clubs when I was up there. So yeah, how are the lads? Liverpool fan, yeah. So stay tuned. There's nearly 700 of yous in the chat. So great to see the numbers a lot higher.
Come on, give us a like, guys. Come on,
drop us a like. Even if you're not subscribing, if you're not a Newcastle fan, drop us a like. That would be wonderful. Memories of the FA Cup. We are going to let Dale run through when it starts happening. But memories of the FA Cup for me as a kid was getting to those two finals. It was heartbroken. Absolutely devastated against Arsenal and Man United. The year later, Rob Lee scoring that header in the semis. I don't like semi-finals at Wembley. I just takes a bit.
Bring it back, because remember when we played Spurs? We played them at Old Trafford.
Yeah, Sheffield United.
Silvio Marriage to Shearer for that screamer to put us through at the final.
No, was it?
Yeah, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm thinking of Sheffield United. It was Stuart Pearce, I think, who whipped it in. Because then the keeper saved it on the line, then he ran in and blasted it. Because we played Sheffield United at Man U as well.
Yeah, it was Spurs one, the Silvio Marriage one, I think.
And that was 2-0, wasn't it? Because we got a penalty, didn't we, in extra time?
You got 2, I think.
Yeah. Aye. Thank you very much. Wrexham, Liverpool versus Wrexham. That'll be tasty. That's not
We've got 3 minutes and 45 seconds till the draw starts, guys.
Live and breathe Newcastle, says Leon. Brilliant. Love to hear that, Leon. FTM. Yeah, we're all reading your comments out now. Hope back-to-back St. James's Park. Hope to be back at St. James's Park. Yeah, had loads of beers with the Geordies. A strawberry, says Colin. Yeah, lovely. And Lee, I'll wait for that comment to come up because Eddie Howe's in his way. Stupid Eddie Howe. Matt, do you have any memories growing up?
See, I was going to the 2 cup finals. I was about 9 and 10 for both of them, and the Man United one. There's a pub in Siren called, well, it's houses now, but a pub in Siren called the Woodbine, and it was owned by a Geordie. So of course and there's a lot of Man United fans in there. So there's me and my Newcastle shirt on, and then just crying my eyes out at the end of it, and then everyone was buying me pints of Coke afterwards. Because I was really upset because we lost because I didn't understand football back then completely. So I'll always remember that bit because I was being so upset with it, and then. Yeah, so that one always sticks with me for the FA Cup one.
Because we were laughing when the Man United one, because I was watching it with Lee, and Roy Keane got injured in the first couple of minutes, and I was thinking, get in, that's brilliant, because Roy Keane's going to be there, and then about a minute later, Teddy Sheringham come on as a sub and scored.
Yeah, he literally was on the pitch like a minute or two and scored.
Yeah, I was like, no!
And then they scored quite late on. Was it Scholes on the edge of the box?
Yeah,
because Harper was off his line, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But in that Arsenal Cup final the year before, Davidas hit the bar and Shearer, when he turned in, hit the post, and it was like, oh.
I was like, just come on. And then the Man U final, obviously Paul committed suicide and got sent off. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to go keep on.
Do we not hit the post against Man U? Catch by and I hit the post.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, I think back then we hit like posts and we couldn't score, just hitting posts and bars. I'm like, come on, man, give us some breaks.
None of my comments are getting read out, so goodbye. Goodbye. I've just read it out. Leah, you're off to Carabag. Yes, I'm off tomorrow night. Direct flights. When Lee and Dale were just little ones, we were little. Home draw. Yeah, it's the draw on here. Well, we can't technically show it, but we are going to read it out. It's literally about to happen. We're just waiting for the TV cameras to get going. Man City away guaranteed. Kieran Dyer, what a player. not been too well lately. Great little player for the Geordies is Colin. Is he not a youth coach at Ipswich? Colin, I'm sure he is. Yeah, when's it starting? Any moment now. We are waiting for it. Got my wife a Toon Top 20 years. I think we've been starved of an FA Cup run. I know it's slightly got better under Eddie Howe, but we want to go far, don't we? So
yeah.
And there's that question then, is the FA Cup a hindrance? Because some people were saying it might be a good thing that we went out against Aston Villa because we'll have another week off. And Matt kindly reminded us in the WhatsApp a little bit earlier that we've got an international break anyways in March, so there's a week off there. And obviously a bit like the women have got 4 weeks off now, so they can have a bit of rest. But I think the rest would have actually come good for Newcastle, but I never want us to go out of a cup competition.
They're getting ready now. They've just getting the balls ready. So about a couple minutes.
Go on, Matt.
That League Cup needs a friend in the trophy cabinet. That's what we would say. We want to be relevant.
It's going to be the Champions League, Matt. It's going to be the Champions League.
We can get rid of the Intertotal plaque, bin it.
Yeah.
Get rid of that. Aye. So yes, and also anyone at home, yeah, thank you very much for your chat. Thank you very much. Anyone at home,
safe journey.
Thank you, Baseball, for the little donation there. Appreciate that. That was wonderful. I shall show that on screen as well. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. You know what? All the little money that we do get, whether it's ad revenue or sponsors or little donations, help massively because it helps we get to games and better equipment for the rest of the lads and so on and so on. Yeah. So, yeah, loads of your comments are coming in. Come on, the Wolves.
Come on, just get the balls, go, man. They're talking to Karen Carney in a minute.
So this is what it's going to look like on your screen. Now, we don't have this team, but it's just a guidance. So that's how it's going to come up when we go through each team. Okie dokie. So I've got to be fastest finger first, because Dale needs to read them out to me.
Come on, let's get going. Come on.
Who's got the most FA Cups wins? Come on, quiz question.
Arsenal.
Yes, Matt. Well done.
I know a lot of Arsenal fans that remind me about that a lot.
So. I was going to say it's going to be either Man U or Arsenal. But then,
Man U, Wenger won quite a lot as well in his tenure. That's all they ever seem to win.
That's what I liked about Arsene Wenger when he was in charge of Arsenal, like the FA Cups in the league. Well, it's called the League Cup then, wasn't it? Like you played youngsters, right? Off you go. Gan shows what you can do.
Breakthrough, the likes of Alex Song and Ali Dier and
Frimpong.
They've all got the chances. Fabregas, 16.
I can't even say that. Was it Szczesny?
He's still playing. No, it's Szczesny. No, I think it was.
We're going the balls are going in, so the first balls are going to be coming out. Couple of minutes. Well, a couple of seconds.
Right, Dale, start reading them out.
Let's go. Come on, guys.
The draw is starting now, everybody. It's happening now.
First ball coming out. Home tie.
Number
2 is Fulham.
Or if you're American, Fulham. We'll play.
Oh. It's the first ball's come out. They're still talking.
So Fulham are at home.
Joe Cole's bringing out number 4, which is Southampton.
So Fulham will play Southampton, everyone. Fulham versus Southampton.
That'll be a good... That Fulham be happy with that.
Fulham versus Southampton.
Next home ball. Number 11 is out, so that's Port Vale or Bristol.
I'll have that.
Big time for Matt, this. Number 3, which is Sunderland.
Oh, jammy gits. Absolute jammy gits.
That has to be upset. Be fine.
Number 13 is out.
We've got a home
Newcastle at home. Home
tie. How are
Number 5 or number 9? Or
Newcastle are at home.
14, which is Manchester City.
Oh, you are joking me, man.
Nah, 14 Man City. Why? It's every single time, man. This is... At least it's the good thing is, at least it's a home tie. Last time we played Man City at home, I know they won, but we won as well. So
this will be the 5th time this season.
number 16 balls out is Leeds United.
We could have nearly had Sunderland there because
I
obviously
know.
after Leeds.
Number 10 played Norwich. Matt, I blame you.
Don't think
you said away, but we still got Man City.
I just knew it.
That'll not get selected for FA Cup TV, I don't think.
Number 9 is now out for the home tie, which is Mansfield Town. I'm going to go. They're going to get number 6 and they're going to get Arsenal.
I hope they do get a glamour tie. It's what they need in lower leagues.
Chelsea. They'll get Chelsea, Mansfield.
You want Chelsea?
That's what I reckon they'll get.
They play number 6. They play Arsenal. What did I tell you, man? They're getting it easy. It still could be Liverpool, Chelsea. That'll be fun.
Ours is tied around so far.
Number 12 is now out, so it's Wolves. Go on, Wolves. Draw number 8 or 5.
Wolves are at home. Molineux against.
Play number 1, Liverpool. Come on, man. This is no big. The only big tie that's left is Chelsea West Ham.
Is that the only one that's left?
No, there's like 4 teams, but like big hitters. So Mansfield, Wrexham, Chelsea, West Ham, and Mansfield or Brentford to come out.
Surely Wrexham want to be at home.
They want. Number 5's at home, Lee. Well done.
So Wrexham are at home. They'll want a glamour tie. Sure.
Come on, give it 15. I want 15. I want Chelsea versus West Ham. That'll be kind of. That'll be number 8. Number 7's out. Wrexham versus Chelsea.
Good game for them.
And then that leaves West Ham, Macclesfield, or Brentford. Honestly, God, man.
That'll be on TV. That one. Wrexham versus Chelsea will be TV.
Yeah. Number 15, please, Carl. West Ham are at home to either Macclesfield or Brentford.
Let me take that up. West Ham versus Maccles.
Oh God, man! Honestly, what is it? What is the FA got against us?
Didn't want to take over.
Really, it's just like Sarah said that as well. It's just like she laughed when you're gonna get Man City, you know.
Do you know what? It's a home tie.
Anything can happen in a home tie.
So that's positive. We have beat them in the cup at home before. Not that far out.
And we won them in the league as well.
Hayden and Longstaff had a worldie, and Guardiola came out afterwards that they were the best 2 players on the pitch. So, it can be done. I think if it was away, I think it's a write-off.
Because I think Man City would just rotate. They're not going to bring a full strength.
Drop us a like for those draws, whether you're a Toon fan or just a general fan in general. So, the breaking news is that Newcastle United will play Manchester City. It's the glamour tie of the round. But the story of the FA Cup, no doubt, will be Wrexham versus Chelsea. So I can see both of those games being selected for live TV.
Mansfield and Liverpool, you know, that could be a hiccup as well because Liverpool got put up by Plymouth last season. So
So why not have a bit of belief that it's a total?
Exactly.
And then Mansfield Arsenal, not Mansfield Liverpool.
Oh yeah, Mansfield Arsenal, yeah. Well, Liverpool's got Wolves, so you never know. Wolves may cause an upset.
Well, Man City at home. Look, it's tough one, but Matt, how are you feeling?
So, in true me fashion, went straight to the way to look at a fixture list to see who we got around them, and either side of them, we've got Man United and a potential Champions League game against Barcelona or Chelsea. Either side of that.
You are so positive and optimistic.
We're going to win every single game, Matt. We're going to win every single game.
We'll just go beating big teams and Man United. So
I hope, just touching that, the Man City game, I hope it's a nighttime game.
Yeah.
I'm presuming it's going to be a 5. I'm presuming it's going to be a 5 o'clock or
depending
5 o'clock or 7:30.
Who has first picks? So Joe's just WhatsApp saying 46% are unhappy that it's Man City, but not much.
Not the worst, is it? You blame Joe Cole, everyone. Get on there. Gan blame Joe Cole because he drew Man City out. Gan give him grief.
Strasbourg Steve. Can I put Strasbourg Steve's? He loves the draw. We got Steve is in Newcastle in just over a week's time. We're going to be hanging out with him, doing some videos. He's going to get his top off and gone wild as he normally does. He's absolutely mental. Him and Joe in a room. Get your cameras ready.
Imagine and Josh included in that as well.
I know. Joel just need to put on the American accent, and there's a weird rock band going on. So what else we got in these chats is we got West Ham easy, says Edmund. Yeah, you're going to get smashed again, says Alex. Well, we've got a better chance at home. It's a one-off game at least. Yes, says Strasbourg Steve. Lads went to the full Dickinson Stadium, see Ipswich Youth. Says Steve. Matt, were you going to say something there?
Yeah, and the other positive thing as well, because it's a home tie and we have beat them in the league this season, so it can be done, and it'd be a different side because they'll have Champions League games as well around that time. I don't know if they've got the weekend before, midweek game before, but they'll have our games as well. So the positive side, if we can go put them out because it is a one-off game, that's one of the favourites gone.
Mm-hmm. And he does rotate in the FA Cup, as James Trafford, as we see in the interviews. Yeah. I don't think he's very happy in his situation at Man City, is he? So watch that watch that legs grow in the summer. Right, so that's the FA Cup. We're not done yet. We are going to talk a little bit about Azerbaijan Qarabag coming up very shortly. So we've got Carabag very, very close. For some reason, that wasn't loaded up, but I'll get it up on screen. And what we're going to do first, something a little bit different, is we are going to pick the starting 11 for the week. So I'm going to go first, and then I'm going to let you pick whatever you want after. So I'm going to make it nice and easy and start with the goalkeeper, Nick Pope. Dale, do you see it being 4, or we're going to go 4-3-3? Right. Where are you picking, and who would you like to pick? So you're going to pick Malik Chow for right centre-back. Matt, you can pick anywhere you like. Right. Cool. Right, I've lost Dale. Don't worry, lads. I've lost yous. I'm going to just switch the screen to go back because we've lost Dale and Matt on those cameras. So basically what Dale was saying there is that he's going to pick Malik Chow. I've gone for Nick Pope. We'll come back to Matt as well. Let me just do that. Whilst we're picking up, Matt, do you still see 4-3-3?
I think he'll go with a 10. I think he might go with a 10.
Interesting. I'm just going to add you to the screen because that's my fault. It's none of yours. And then you should be able to hear us. We're going to go 4-3-3 anyways, Matt. Sorry you've been overruled because it means I have to make a whole brand new graphic.
That's right.
So I'm not doing that whilst we're live. So Joe's told me that, so thank you very much, Joe. Now you should be able to hear the lads right now. Right. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. So Matt, your pick next. Where you going?
I think Willett's going to start in centre midfield.
Where would you like? Left?
Yeah, put him on the left side, yeah.
Okay, so Joe Willock will go there. I'll go right back, and assuming Lewis Miley is not fit, and Trippier will be playing again, so I'll go Kieran Trippier. Back to you, Dale.
Going to go centre mid in the middle. It's going to be Sandro Tonali.
It's interesting. Everyone's keeping it safe at the moment. Matt, we're back to you.
So just because I can't remember why he was out of the weekend, but I think that's because Wissa's going to start today.
Do you reckon he will start Wednesday?
Wissa's injured. Well, someone came up on Twitter saying Wissa's injured again.
It's Matt's pick. If he's wrong, we'll come back to this video and laugh at him. So,
what do you know, Matt?
Assuming he's fit, we'll put it in a X next to that. I think Gordon comes back in because he's a Champions League player. He gets up for it. He was on the bench at the weekend, so he's more fresh. So I think it will be Anthony Gordon. So there's my pick. Dale, back to you.
I'm going to go Harvey Barnes on the right wing.
Harvey Barnes over on the right.
Because Harvey Barnes
Langa?
loves playing for the club, and
No.
he'll play anywhere.
So you're going to have him over Langa?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
You got to go with. I know you got to go. You got to go with form in the Champions League, and I think that's how Eddie's going to do because we've got injuries on there. And Harvey Barnes scoring goals, Gordon scoring goals, and cutting in.
I'm going to disagree, but it's your pick. I actually think you'll go Langa on that right. I think Barnes will have a rest, but it was yours. Matt, back you.
So I was going to say the same about Langa because I thought Carabag would be a good opportunity for him as well. But I'm going to go a safe one now and go Lewis Hall.
Take me on a trip I'd like to go someday. Lewis Hall will be the left back. I'm going to be nice. Now, do I go Dan Burn or Sven Botman? I'm going to go safe and go Burn because I don't know if Botman will be back and ready for that. So I will go Dan Burn, which leaves Dale. You have the final pick, which centre midfield. We haven't really got much of an option, but
I'm going to go, if he's fully fit, I'm going to go Lewis Miley centre mid.
Okay, we'll have to wait. Because
I could have easily just played it safe and went Ramsey centre mid, but I've got a feeling if Miley's fit, he's going to start centre mid.
So there's the team that we think that Eddie Howe will go with 4-3-3. Matt thinks it'll be a 10, but obviously I'm not changing the graphic whilst we're live. So this is provisional, and this is assuming Vissa and Miley are fit. We disagree on a couple of things, but as a unit, that's what we will go with. So let's have a look at what users are saying in the comments, and then what we're going to do is just have a little look at Qarabag and where they're at and stuff like that in the league, and then we will start to wrap up. And let's have a little spy what you lot are saying. So, good lad, Dale. Yeah, some boy, ain't no way we're going to get past Man City, says Drafts. 6 more likes for 100 likes. However, get our 100 likes, man. However.
Come on, we need this.
Do you know all the graphics that have been put in this show? You know?
I know.
Home against City. Time for EFL revenge. Oh, I like that. I like that. Got to play good teams. Yeah, says it's gone belly up. Yep, you're right. Look at the Carabao Cup. How many hard teams we had to get through and win that last season. So wouldn't write Newcastle off. They do, and now that it's not a good thing, but they do turn up for the big games. But they need to turn up for the littler games as well.
Yep.
So keep them in. Drop us a like. Let's go back to basically the lineup. Actually, I'll do a quick recap. Those were the numbers that came out earlier on, but Newcastle United are at home against Manchester City if you are just joining us. And the other one, which is intriguing, is Wrexham will play Chelsea at home. Cool. So there's the lineup. Let's have a look at the table. Matt, they're not even top of the league.
No. And this, which I couldn't believe that when I found that the other day. So, and they've struggled against English sides as well. I think they've lost 8 out of their last 9 and drew the other one as well. So, I know there's no easy games in football, or there shouldn't be. But over the 2 legs, it should be comfortable for us, I would say.
Yeah, so how it works in the Azerbaijan league is if you win the league, you've got to go through the qualifiers to get the Champions League. And second and third place will go into the Conference League. They don't even get a Europa League, according to Flash Score. And then, of course, bottom of the table goes down. And I would imagine 11th does, unless there's a playoff there, which they haven't really established. But let's have a little look at their run. And he has some stats in the Champions League and the 8 matches that they've played. They've won 3, drawn 1, lost 4. They've finished 22nd. It was either them or Monaco that were going to get. 13 goals, 21 conceded. That's a lot. That's on average 3 a game. 50 tackles, 333 balls recovered. That's on average just over 41 a game. And the average round about 28 kilometres, whatever, per match. Passing accuracy is 83. Saves, they make about 3.5 to keep back. Only 1 clean sheet in 8. Possession averaging 48. Daily stats look good for Newcastle.
It does look good, and just the lads just going to, I know fine fat, are just going to turn up because the Champions League, and we've got if we get past Carabag, we could get Barcelona, and we can get revenge on them as well. If they beat us at 2-1 at St James's, then we're going to get revenge on Barcelona.
Yeah, spot on. Obviously, the stats are decent. So let's go back to talking about this, the final, as we start wrap up. Drop us a like, everybody. Prediction time. Obviously, I'm in Baku. I'm going to have a good time. I promise I will not be drunk as what I was in Paris. Bear in mind, I am with Sullies who drink a hell of a lot more than me.
Them voice notes.
Voice notes, actions, getting emotional, you name it. I'm going to stay, if I am drinking, which I will be, but I'm going to stay on the same drink because they put me on the wine. That's not a good look. So we hit 100 likes, so thank you very much. Joe's just messaged there, so appreciate that. Some of the time, ole, use our shit. Well, it can't be that shit if we've just beaten third place Aston Villa away from home.
Exactly, and the officials are on Aston Villa's side as well. So
still in the FA Cup, and we're playing Champions League, and we only 3 points off a
from
European place.
Exactly.
It's hard supporting this shit team, isn't it? Really
I know.
Devastating.
Devastating, isn't it? So, anyways, predictions-wise, Dale, I don't want to sit on the fence and say over 2 legs. What we're going for Wednesday?
I'm going to go with a 3-0 win. And I'm going to go Gordon gets a brace and Harvey Barnes scores.
Wow. Very confident. Matt, are you as confident?
I reckon it's going to be 3-0. I mean, their top goal scorer is a defender, so I can't see them scoring. So I'm going to go 3-0 as well. I'm going to stick with Dale and go 3-0.
What, even the scorers?
Not scorer-wise. If Wissa plays, he'll score. I think Gordon will score. And I think Alanga will score.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it'll be as comprehensive as that. I think we'll nick a narrow win. I'm going to go 2-1. And I think they will score. I still think it'll be pretty comfortable for Newcastle overall than performance, but something's telling me the atmosphere might help them just push one over the line. But, you know, even if it was the worst case scenario, I still think we'll do them at St. James's Park anyways. So a narrow win for me, 2-1 away. Goal score. Go on, I fancy Alanga. Just because of the way the crowd are cheering for him. And Big Nick, if he starts, because I think he seems to be a bit of a confident player as well. So yeah. And then obviously we'll go to Manchester City after that, which is a very, very difficult away tie. But maybe they'll fill the stadium. They didn't this weekend once again. So
I don't think they will. Like, they never do. Like, when I was all the empty seats, I meant even when we were in the championship, we were selling out. We still had that 52,000 week in, week out.
And it's also not that I'm sticking up for them, but Man City don't allow you to transfer if you can't go, which is stupid. But yeah, we shall wrap up there. So we've talked about Aston Villa for the first 20-25 minutes. We've talked about the FA Cup for about 20 minutes, and then Carabag the last 10 minutes or so. All the footage from Carabag will begin, God knows, because they're a little bit time ahead. Flight for me is 10 o'clock down Heathrow, so I might do a drive down / being at the airport with the Sullies. And then obviously all the coverage from Baku.
It's mental that the time for kickoff is 6:15, and I think it's like 10:15 in Azerbaijan where the game kicks off. I was thinking that's late, isn't it?
Well, it's 5? Is it 5:30? Matt, you're
quarter six kickoff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus, after they kick off.
Yeah, not working in the office that day.
Well, it's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock right now in Azerbaijan. So they're 4 hours ahead, basically. Yeah, so 4 hours ahead. So it will be a late one.
Jesus, man, getting out stadium at 12 o'clock at night.
That's probably why I need one of you to probably go live after the game, perhaps, maybe. Well, we'll talk about that in more WhatsApps. But yeah, drop us a massive like. No doubt, we'll all have all the stuff in Baku and what have you. And of course, if you haven't seen the stuff across with sister channel Newcastle Fans TV Women, we've had 4. Is it 4 videos we put out yesterday? 3 or 4, plus some shorts as well, which Dale's done a match reaction. We've got the interview put out with one of the players, and we've got the manager, and Joe's vlog went out today as well. So make sure you subscribe. Matt will be bringing us. So you got any shorts coming up shortly, Matt?
Yeah, I should do a little one on the Carabag game tomorrow with a bit more about how they're playing and if I can find any links to the Premier League in their squad. So that'll be what I'll be doing tomorrow.
I'm sure.
And I'll be doing a short after the game as well, guys.
I think they'll a few Brazilians, haven't they? I'm sure they have. But yeah, we shall love yous and leave yous. From us 3, we'll see you very soon, everyone.
Good.
Bye-bye.